love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running.
Good evening. Welcome back for another edition, Baseball Lifer. Today we're going to answer a question from Rory Miller, who submitted it into my Twitter profile, sent me a message. And his question today is, at what age should young athletes begin using or throwing a heavy ball? And this is a great question that Rory submitted. I get asked this quite a bit. And one of the things I want to let you know as a parent is your children are throwing heavy balls all the time. They're just not shaped like a baseball. For instance, a football, a softball, a dodgeball. Those balls are heavier than a baseball, albeit they're going to have a little bit different diameter, a little bit different shape. But you really don't want to fear the heavy ball. Your body, for instance, when a young athlete picks up a wiffle ball, the body knows that that ball is light enough that we really don't have to call in the troops, that the arm can kind of handle that. But if we put a football in a young child's hand, obviously size appropriate with regard to their hand size, the body's going to know, okay, this is a little bit heavier. We're going to have to get the elbow and the wrist and the lower half involved. So the body naturally responds. And I always encourage, especially young children, to start playing catch as often as they can, whether it's a Nerf football or a youth football that's age appropriate, because that's going to give some feedback. I often refer back to, if we talk to guys like Tom House and you watch videos pertaining to Tom House and Nolan Ryan, they were kind of the forefathers with regard to the football. And really what that tells us is it gives us feedback, because a spiral, when thrown properly, is going to tell you that your kinetic sequence and your body is moving in a correct manner in order to throw that object. So we don't want to fear necessarily heavy objects. Now, we don't want to run out and buy weighted baseballs. In Latin countries, they'll take softballs, they'll pound nails in that. One of my first roommates in professional baseball was from the Dominican Republic, and that's what they use for their weighted ball. But you really want to make sure that they're playing catch properly. You don't want to fear the weight of the object. Now, obviously, we want to keep this. A football is going to weigh somewhere in the vicinity of any 7 to as much as 14 ounces, possibly for a youth football. A baseball, obviously, a regulation baseball is approximately 5 ounces, and a softball, a tad bit more, between 6 and 7 ounces. So really, you want children to be playing catch and playing catch properly at very young ages. And so the next logical follow-up question would be, well, what's properly? What's playing catch properly? The number one thing that you want to always understand with regard to throwing is allowing the elbow to lead the charge. You want to let that elbow get involved in the throw. You want to kind of discourage, when you're playing catch with a child and you're taller, obviously, they'll have a tendency to want to throw the baseball similar to a discus and kind of rotate around in order to gain energy and gain some height. When in reality, all that they really need to do is just kind of bend at the elbow and flick it to you with their wrist and their fingers. So I hope that answers the question today, Rory. Again, anybody that has a question, please feel free to do so here down below in the comment section. Fire away questions over at Baseball Lifer 11 on Twitter. A reminder, Thursday evenings, we do a live stream, about a 30-minute presentation. So follow us on Thursday nights. Anything and everything to do with baseball, you're going to find it here on the Baseball Lifer YouTube channel. So again, anytime you have questions, please put them in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. That'll begin to create an awareness for the channel for folks all around the country, hopefully all around the world, that play the sport of baseball or football. Until next time, you might want to keep your eyes peeled out for this bad boy. We're going to talk about it here tomorrow on the channel. The process for Little Leaguers 10 through 16. So we'll talk to some folks about the book that have read the book and offer some insight on the book. Aaron Rodgers, not as good as Tom Brady.